Hey, gang, and welcome back to For the Cause. I'm Justin Galliani. I use they, them pronouns. I'm joined today by a cast of incredible characters who are ready to write their legends into the books, okay? We have unwritten chapters yet to be told. And this incredible event is also sort of going to be spearheading donations going towards the Women's Foundation of Minnesota and their Immigrant Rapid Response Fund. So make sure to hit that Tiltify link in the chat. There's so many incredible redeemable rewards and stuff like that. So check it out. Now, before I go into more detail about that, let's go around and introduce everybody really quickly. I'm going to call people out. Natalie, do you want to start us off, please?
I would love to. Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty across all of the social medias. You can find me on TikTok and on Twitch and on all the fun things. But tonight, you can just call me Chrissy.
Amazing. Seth.
Hey everybody, my name is Seth, but you can also find me pretty much everywhere else on the internet at Noctopus or Noc.topus. And tonight I am playing one and only Peter Pan.
Amazing. Dice. You're muted, my friend. I can't wait to hear.
I pulled an Abigail the nerd. Abigail, I love you. Hello there, everybody. My name is Dice and Autism. I tell stories on the internet. You can find me at all the socials, Dice and Autism and stuff. And today I am going to be playing a guy named Boris, which you'll all find out what he belongs to very soon. So,
can't wait. Alex.
Hello, my name is Alex. I go by she, they pronouns. You can find me on the internet at Eloquent Mime.
Beautiful, incredible.
Oh, I'm so
Mark?
sorry.
Oh,
I'm playing
also...
Richard. I'm playing Richard. He, they, or he, him.
Incredible. Mark, please.
It's me. I'm Mark, or Swolfie with an underscore on all the socials. He, him. And tonight I will be playing Star Pirate.
Star Pirate. Okay. And last but certainly not least, Adrian.
Hello, I'm Adrian D. Spider on every social all out there. And today I'm going to be playing Pinocchio, aka Nocchi.
Incredible. Well, gang, like we said, all donations are going to go directly to this cause. Our goal, normally $250, a reasonable amount, but not this time, folks. Okay? The goal is $5,000. You may be asking why. I was asking myself this same question earlier in the evening. It is for one good reason. It is for two good reasons. The first is that it's an incredible cause. We want to raise as much money as possible. The second reason is as such. Mark might shave that incredible beard if we reach that goal. So let's try and do everything we can to hit that benchmark. I know we can do it if we work together.
We reached $500, so
Yeah,
that's
I was just going to ask if I'm looking at that right.
Excuse
I'll
me?
put my money where my mouth is, and I'll help get it started.
yeah, it was like as soon as the stream started, it was just like 500 from the get-go.
Okay.
I was ready to hit that
Amazing.
submit.
Okay. Well, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Let's train going, folks. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Threw me for a loop. Let me find my place. That's insane. Incredible. So you're going to see the Tiltify link pinged in the chat. Every dollar is much appreciated, but we do have some rewards for certain values, including all different kinds of stuff. So you want to be a DM, and myself, Justin, we're offering, I'll show up on your podcast for a certain amount of money. We'll create a custom homebrew subclass or even a one-shot using D&D as the system, and a full PDF behind that. So those are rewards that you can redeem through your donations. Adrian, I understand you have a reward that you're offering as well?
Yeah, I've just been offering to appear on someone's podcast. $20 if you want to hang out, talk anime or theater kid lifestyles or storytelling of any type, D&D, TTRPG. Anything to really help the cause or drive up these funds. So
Yeah.
here if you want to
Incredible.
hang out and chat.
I love that. Amazing. And we also have some really cool prizes that the chat, you guys can take advantage of as we're playing the game. For just $5, you can actually change the entire public perception of the queen. You can change public opinion. You'll be part of the world and the story in that context. We also have, just for $15, you can make me talk in a funny voice. I'm going to be reading questions off the cards as we play along. And so I have a list of ideas written down. Who knows what will happen there. For $25, you can ask your own question. So if you want one of these incredible characters to answer your question, $25 donation can get that done. And for $40, you can actually step into the author's chair and rewrite the story. Hold the proverbial pencil, as it were, and erase what has been written and kind of change the trajectory of destiny itself. It's a lot of responsibility for just $40, but I think you can handle it, chat. And so I think it's getting to be about time to step into this game as we're about to start playing For the Queen. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how the For the Queen is played, let me go over just some of the basics very quickly. For the Queen is a question-based storytelling and world-building game where the players are going to take turns answering questions about their devotion to the Queen of Stories as she embarks on a voyage across the public domains on their way to meet the Illustrator, a fabled figure. While taking turns, other players can add input to a character's answer by putting their finger under their nose as they must ask a question. However, the player doesn't have to include the given information at all. As a safety tool, if you encounter a question or an answer that you don't want to be included in the game, please make a big X with your arms. That content is removed from the game. You can also choose to draw a new question or give a compelling argument why this question should go to someone else. Continue answering question cards until the queen is under attack. Do you defend her? Card is drawn. Each player will answer that question as we go around and thumbs up, thumbs down, and then the game is over. Do I have any questions from my castmates before we jump into things? Seeing some no's, some thumbs up, we're good? Okay, fantastic. Well then, let us jump into our story. We zoom in through the clouds on this rough sea, choppy waves cutting through as we approach the coastline of the mainlands of the public domains. We start zooming in closer and closer to the water, unsure of exactly where we're headed until a massive submarine submerges. The Nautilus comes above the depths of the sea as white water waves crash overboard. The top pops open, and who should reveal themselves but Tarzan? He's the oldest man you've ever seen in your life. Still wearing a leopard loincloth, still with a long scraggly beard and long hair. As he looks at the rest of you on your way to the mainland of the public domains, and he's going to begin asking you guys some questions, and we're going to go around in the order that they are on the Twitch, which is different than how they are on the video, and I'll figure that out. And so, Dice, you're going to kick us off first with our first card. No pressure, buddy. You're going to crush it.
Okay, so...
Okay,
so just
our
a question card?
That is correct.
Okay.
Your question is, as Tarzan sort of approaches you, he says to you, "You, listen here, you sometimes think you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you?
Ooh. Ooh, okay. So, Boris coming out of the submarine, very patched up looking guy, patches of skin not matching the right tones from other skins. Very looks like he's been stitched together, sort of rubs his forehead with where there's been like staple marks, little bolts across his neck and everything. He thinks about this, looks at hands that aren't his, and says, well, I think probably because I am a literal walking example of what happens when someone creates something and it becomes a life of its own and no longer serves their purpose. And it worries me because when is the queen going to no longer need me or become afraid of me? And I don't want to be thrown away because of fear again.
Well, that was... Jesus, that fucking... Oh, God. Sorry.
I got a lot of issues. I'm sorry. Was that too much? Was I trauma dumping? I'm so sorry.
No, it was good. We've been in that submarine for weeks. I just wasn't expecting that to be the first story. Oh, God. Yes. Yes, Chrissy, please.
You see this tiny child in an oversized hoodie walking up, like you can't even see its arms or his legs. They just walk up to you and they tug at your hand, Boris, and they say,
Why would anyone throw you away, sir?
I guess sometimes parents, well, in my case, my dad can be a bit of a deadbeat and was afraid of their creation, so...
Yeah, he had a bad childhood too. He had it really rough. I've seen it.
and then we'll
Yep.
just walk away.
Boris is now looking like, oh God, did I just like made this child even more sad? Oh no.
Yes, Nocchi? You have a question?
Second child walks up. This one is young 12-year-old boy wearing an extremely oversized, just a like cloth green t-shirt, but made for someone of like extra large build on a extremely small child. So it's just very oversized, hanging over him, sort of strapped together by some nice ropes. He has these long pink dreads that he wears, and in them he pulls a small pink flower and just sort of like pulls it out of his hair and walks up and goes, I sort of know what you mean when you talk about not serving your original purpose. And he raises his hands to lift and give you the flower and goes, I personally have to keep hope that we can always go back to our original purpose. So I want to give you this flower for you.
If Boris had active tear ducts, they would be crying. But he's just making like the little noises of the sobs, like, thank you.
You're so welcome. And Nogi turns and just like little kid sprints away.
Incredible.
Hey,
We did get I know, I saw it. We did get a $15 donation that just says, in the comment, it just says Scotland with a lot of A's. It says do the voice. So, okay, this next question, yeah, I'll do that. As we move to our next question. This one is for Chrissy. Chrissy, the next question for you. Oh God, Scotland. All right. What do you do for the Queen that anyone else could do? And why does she make you do it? That's as good as that's gonna get.
So, as I said, Chrissy looks to be a very, very, very small child in a ginormous hoodie. As they speak to this now Scottish Tarzan.
Well, you see, I'm just there to listen.
And as Chrissy is talking and speaking about listening, something starts to happen.
You see, when the Queen was very little, we would play all the time.
But she would also tell me all these stories. And as she's saying this, you see that the hoodie is starting to be filled in and getting taller and larger. And as the Queen would have it, we became good friends. We are very, very good friends. I would hate to see, and as this next statement comes out, you just see long fingernails coming from the sleeves of the jacket. I would hate to see what the future brings for this reigning dignitary. But all I can do
is listen.
And all of a sudden there's a small child again.
Well, it looks like we have another question from Star here.
Didn't see you do any of that the last few weeks. What's up with the shape-shifting stuff?
What do you mean?
Big eyeballs are coming from this just tiny jacket. Oh, sorry, this large jacket.
Just stares at you confused.
And if you were to turn away, you would suddenly get a hand on your shoulder to turn you around. Don't worry, darling. We have much to talk about later. And you just see a very, tall, adult-size figure in front of you.
And Nocchi, did you have a question?
I did, but technically it was for child Chrissy.
You could ask.
Yeah. Nocchi misses all of the transformation stuff. Like, just full looking in a different direction. Noki's like waving his overly extended sleeve and just running around, and runs up to Chrissy and goes, Chrissy, your hoodie's got so much extra fabric. Can I use the back of it to try to make air?
Oh, to make air. Let me see. And then she'll turn back. They'll turn back into this really small version. So there's like a giant hoodie again.
You mean like this? We could do all the playthings just like you used to do back when you were a little twig like me.
That's perfect. And he just like grabs the cloak, and like what looks like two little kids like sort of skipping and playing with this cloak. And it's just Nocchi like trying to whiff the cloak to make wind.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Cute.
Dice, you have one?
Yeah, Boris seeing that, also sharing the same what the hell look with a friend from Swolfie and stuff, and just goes, how do you stay so cheery with all of those different forms and stuff? It seems like kind of like a war in your head, isn't it?
I think it's one cycle. You see, because when you're little, you're starting to try things for the new time, and sometimes you can make mistakes. Like, you know, back when you were made,
you may have accidentally hurt some people, and she'll start to say some things about your past that you may not have told anybody. But then they will start to grow. But dear, all we need is a friend. You see, to have a friend in this time and to make sure that we are all staying together, that is what truly, truly matters in this moment. Because you don't know what's going to come next. And as they say that, the cloak just starts to go up in front of their face, hiding and obscuring their face, and you just see long fingernails and just a very haunting presence in front of you. Oh, apparently there's a forced rewrite.
Oh?
Oh, buddy, there is. It looks like the adult version of Chrissy's shadow has eldritchly tentacle shadows. Maybe question mark? I don't know. Take my money.
Yes. Okay, so you see this very tall, like dark figure in front of you, and if you were to look behind Chrissy, there is shadow, but it seems to be writhing and seems to be whirling behind them.
Incredible. And with that, we'll move on to our next question. All right, Justin, come on. Scotland. Here we are. All right. Okay. Next question. Star, I have a question for you. So the Queen, she once expressed a desire that you knew you couldn't fulfill. What have you done about it?
First, Star is going to, after that creepy demonstration, try to calm himself down by just singing, I am a star, my name is Star, I am a star, my name is Star. Something catches his eye as it swings by, snatches it out of the air, places it upon his pointed skull. I am Star Pirate. And what everyone sees is literally just a star, like the Carl's Jr. or Hardy's mascot, wearing a pirate hat. Which is very precariously positioned. This is going to be fun. So, the Queen once expressed a desire that I knew I couldn't fulfill, and I do believe she had wanted me to spy upon Chrissy, because she was also curious about all the various forms. And I have done nothing about it because I am a bright star and cannot secretly spy on anyone.
Oh, aye, Chrissy, you may ask your question.
It's so true. I'm just going to add on to this particular segment to whenever Star tries to sneak up, especially on this creepy, long-fingered form. They notice with the writhing tentacle shadows that are around them, because the star is so bright, you emit so much light that you make the tentacles vanish, and they immediately transform back into like a small child again.
Interesting.
Yes, very. Oh, my voice is back. Thank goodness. I couldn't have maintained that for much longer. All right, next question. Nocchi, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, yeah, of course. Go for it.
Incredible. I was wondering, and I was just saying, this journey isn't just about diplomatic negotiations. What else do you suspect is going on, and why?
Well, I don't know too much, because the Queen only tells me what she thinks I need to hear, but I do sneak around the castle a lot because I try and as like Nocchi's saying all this, you just see he's like standing there stretching all his limbs out as far as he can, like fingers fully extended and just reaching in different directions. So the queen overheard that they were trying to upgrade the garden, right? Because she has all these plants and other trees and other things. And so she's trying to get new seeds and new plants to bring over here and mix with the garden because she loves her garden so much. So I think we're going to steal some of their plants. It doesn't sound like she wants to buy them.
Well, I mean, steal seeds. If the squirrels can do it, why not us, I say. These poor birds never stood a chance.
God, squirrels are crazy. They're so needy, and they
Criminals.
always run up your like trunk, and they run through your branches, and they leave nuts everywhere.
Tell me about it. You
Oh,
and me
I
both.
have a lifetime to tell you about it.
And with that, we'll move on to our next question. This one is for Peter Pan as Tarzan approaches. Oh, Peter, I almost didn't see you there. Good to see you, chap. Here, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Of course, I got all day.
Incredible. Your southern drawl puts me right to sleep. The question is, what did you bring with you to protect the queen?
Well, that is one heck of a question there. Here's the thing about me, Peter Pan, all right, is that I'm something of an entrepreneur. What I have here is ideas, and what the queen wants me for is all the things that I can make for her. I can make a lot of things real. And what she wants from me is not so much protection from outside physical threats as much as she wants protection from boredom, you see? And the thing, amongst many things that I have invented over the years, what she wants is stories. And so I have brought along with me 6 seasons of some of my favorite shows, including Real Housewives of Orange County, and the favorite show that I've ever made, Squid Games.
Oh
You
yes.
watch it.
I think I saw Chrissy first, and then
I can't imagine there's
we-
anything to ask me questions about. It all makes perfect
Richard
sense.
has a question.
You see the small child holding something in their hand as they walk up to you, Peter Pan, and they say,
Excuse me. I just wanted to let you know that I found it for you. It got caught up in the future, so here you go. And we'll make sure that you clasp your hands around theirs, and they will open, and it is your shadow.
Oh, my goodness. I've been wondering where this little bugger got off to.
Yeah, like I
hold
said,
on.
they were caught up in the future, all tangled up in the tentacly bits.
If I ever told you to stop running off, now you're getting lost in the future. Well, thank you so much, Chrissy. That
Yeah.
means an awful lot to me.
You're very welcome, Peter.
And Richard, did you have a question? Don't be shy.
So from the depths, because it took some time to get out of the Nautilus, you just hear this like solid clunking of a robot just slowly making their way. And as you see them lift, it's like if you were to size it in comparison to a human brain, it'd be like 5 times the size of what you think a human brain. And he pops his head out. He goes, I thought I heard you say something about squids. I remember eating squids. Do you have any squids?
Oh, well, heavens to Betsy. I launch into the air with all the nimbleness and grace of a leaf on the wind, but I do look like John Goodman from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Just with like bright red hair. Oh, you scared me there, friend. I got a little bit of squid here for you, somewhere in one of these dang old pockets, I'm sure of it, if you don't mind giving me a second. Just put the strap away.
I think in this current state, I don't know if I can digest the squids anymore. I remember being in the ocean, and he, like, as mournfully as a robot can look, just stares out into the ocean as if there was a giant sea battle at one time, and that, like, maybe a dude tried to kill him.
Oh, Richard. We're gonna find a way to help you digest squid. I'll put my reputation on it as Peter Joseph Pan.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Pan. I appreciate that.
Just trying to get so much water on the suit, all right? It cost me a pretty penny.
And it's like, little head is a little cracked. Just like the very tip of it. I'm sorry, let me duck down so you can see the 5 size bigger than my brain. It's just like a little tiny crack. Okay? That's the brain juice spilling on you.
Oh, goodness. I pull out a roll of flex tape. Wait, right on there. Hopefully that'll get you by for at least a few more hours while we're still on our travels, friend.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Pan.
And with that, we simply must move on. As we go to the final question of this first round, and we head to Richard in their robot body. Incredible. As Tarzan sort of moves out of the way abruptly. Oh, goodness. Brain juice. Very good. Anyway, listen, my friend, can I ask you a question?
Are you gonna try to kill me? Because one time, I remember somebody that looked like you
Oh,
shot some things at me.
right. Well, it could have been my cousin Ahab. He's a real dick, if you'll excuse the phrase. Anyway, the question is this. The Queen ordered you to do something that you knew you would regret. But have you forgiven yourself for doing it?
So the Queen had me run an errand for her one day. And I said, okay, I'm in this body, I will run this errand. She had me go down to the store and pick up her favorite perfume. And I knew part of my people were in that perfume. I could just feel the ambergris in that perfume. And I delivered it to her. And he like freezes and shudders and is like retelling of the story as if it's like really traumatic. I cannot be a part of the system anymore. So I'm on a platform of humanely making perfumes from not whales. No more whale perfume.
Okay. I think I saw, there's a lot of questions. I think I saw Seth first, so Peter Pan.
I pat myself off and shake off my comically large cigar. Richard, you said you're in the business of trying to make some ethically sourced perfumes and scents. Do you possibly need any angel investors in this particular?
Being as is, I don't know how old I am. I don't know how long I've been in this strange, hard body. So I don't I won't say no. Sharks, I have an offer for you. And then he pulls out in his chest like a little, like, I don't know, like the thing that you have at school. I'm a teacher. I should know better. The thing that you pull out, and it has like perfectly metrics. Like, well, if we source it from here, we can get it to the shelves, and I believe we will make a killing at Ulta and other stores. Maybe we go this other way. And he pulls out another one. He's like, maybe we go the independent route and we don't corporate, but I would be willing to split this for 50% of the business.
50%? You got yourself a deal.
Mr. Joseph Pan. And then he goes to shake your hand.
Oh, I'm not quite sure. Okay, we'll try to make this happen. Okay, here we go. Get on in there.
For sure, squeezes way too hard. I'm so sorry.
Okay. You got a heck of a grip on you.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Pan. Sharks.
Nocchi, you have one?
Yeah. Richard, you, as you make this deal with Mr. Peter Jonathan Pan, you feel just like a little tugging at your mechanical like leg area. And as you look down, it's just a little boy looking up at you with these like giant Ghibli anime eyes filled with tears. He's just sobbing. He's, I'm so sorry. It's such a sad story. I fully get it. One time the queen, she made me do gardening work, and I had to trim the bushes and the tree hedges and the weeds, and I'm pretty sure I took out some of my friends, but I know what you're going through, and I want to give you 100% of my help if you want it, but you don't have to take it, but I just wanted to offer it to you. Just sobbing.
Little child, since you are not of this world, like I am not of this world, can I pick you up?
Yes, go ahead, you're right. And he's just like full starfishing as he stretches all his fingers and toes out and like just shakes out the dreads with flowers, his long pink dress, and he's just like, all right, I have this world. I'm supposed to be a tree.
Richard is going to lean down and pick him up, and as long as he wants to sit on his shoulder, Richard will allow full reign for Nocchi to sit on the shoulder, since now I'm patched up.
Oh yeah, he will hang out, and every once in a while just like dip his fingertips into the brain juice to like get water into the roots.
We are of ocean and of tree. We should combine.
Ocean and of tree.
That is beautiful. Star Pirate.
Less of a question and more of a statement, but watching this whole scene plays out, he's really glad that he generally hangs out in space after witnessing this.
But you are of sky. We have tree. We have earth. We have water. We have sky. I guess Captain Planet's not free
Issues.
yet.
Your starlight gives me energy and food.
I've got my eye on you, pirate.
I think that is just straight up discrimination because of the word pirate. I think we need to work through your trauma with pirates, Mr. Joseph Pan.
Oh, maybe it's a story for another day.
Maybe we can find one of friendship.
Not all pirates are bad ones.
Boris. And then we're going to move on. You're muted.
I don't know how it feels. Okay. Boris is just gonna look at the robot captain, and just says, "What does it feel like to have a normal body that had a beating heart? And did you want me to go to sea and beat up that squid? Because I kind of have I'm pretty good at fighting and like ripping things apart, so I could totally do that."
I remember being ripped apart in my whale body. I don't know if I feel comfortable with the whale body, but you know, you're perfectly good human. You are whole. Be filled in your wholeness. In your spinal column.
With permission, Boris is gonna pick them up, hug them, and just say, "Thank you."
You're welcome. And then he does this like fancy, like really antiquated, just gentleman salute.
Third wheeling this hug on your shoulder. Nocchi is just putting more flowers on Boris and in the like fish tank bring shoes.
Yeah.
Can Boris have a flower crown?
Working on it.
Brilliant. As we work on that flower crown, as the submarine eventually reaches the docks of the mainland, and over the course of the next few days, you guys eventually make your way to the city of Brass. This is like the hub of this steampunk and electrical Tesla coil kind of technology here. There's old school automobiles running on steam power and coal, and the air is choked with smog. You see the street lamps have these light filaments and kind of glow, this brilliant orange sort of color. As you all are kind of restocking your wares and your supplies and everything before heading off on the yellow brick road. You're all sort of approached by a woman wearing a top hat with a pair of goggles kind of pushed up top. She has a tight black corset on and leather pants. You see one of her arms seems to have been retrofitted, where instead of ending in a hand, it ends in a crossbow. As you see Vanessa Helsing walk up to all of you as she says, "All right, well, listen, sugar, I got some questions for you all. I understand you're new to town. I thought maybe we could speak on what's been bothering us, sort of let it all loose. So, big fella, Boris, mind if I ask you a question?"
Sure.
I was wondering, just maybe based on sort of, call it woman's intuition, but I think part of you wants this proposed alliance to fail. Why may that be?
Boris kind of gets flashes back of everything, of the man bringing him to life, the man who was going to promise him to create somebody just like him, but then renege, and the man who sort of like gave him this cursed life. Chews through his lip and says, "Regular people are dangerous when it comes to their emotions and their ambitions, because they have nothing cursed against them to understand what's happening."
Well, I'll be damned. Looks like your friend here has a question. Yes, Chrissy?
Chrissy, now in more of an adult height, will walk up to you and place a hand on your shoulder and say, Boris, what do you want?
I want to be loved.
They will look at you and ask again, what do you want?
If Boris could even get even more paler, he would. I don't want to be alone.
And then a final time, they're going to say, what do you want? And their hand will start becoming more skeletal as the tendrils of the eldritch being behind them starts to wiggle.
More of a polite public face sort of drops off of Boris and just says, I just want some people to understand that some things in nature cannot be changed or should be tampered with, because people suffer when you tamper. And it's not always the person who does it, it's the surrounding other people. And when you do that and get away scot-free, you should be punished for it.
With the skeletal hand, they will slowly start to go from this hulking, shadowed figure to more of an adult figure to now a child. Going from the hand to the shoulder down to your hand, and look up at you and say,
Wow, you've grown so much.
Thank you, I really try. I really try, man. I work on my affirmations every day. I just have a little like journal, reflection, and all that stuff. So I'm really working on not trying to do my self-hatred thing and all that. So I appreciate it.
And with your permission, they will continue to hold your hand as a
definitely.
child. Perfect.
Yes.
Star Pirate, I saw first.
Just with that, with your permission, Star Pirate's gonna float over to you and place one point on your shoulder. Just dead there. Because you seem tortured, man.
Well, I'm sort of patched up with a bunch of other body pieces, so a little bit.
Fair.
So.
Fair.
Nocchi, and then we're gonna move on. You're muted.
Thank you. Just real quick, Noki's gonna run up and reach out for your remaining hand, and just like really big eyes, little kid face, reach out, and if you allow him, take your hand, and he's just gonna be like, if you ever feel alone, or you know that someone's not there, and I turn into a tree again one day, you are always welcome to come sit by me, and I'll be there with you.
I'm gonna be here for a very long time, so I will be there for you too.
Oh yeah, our trees live like 3,000 years old, so.
Hells yeah. Can I swear around you kids? I don't know, because like Chrissy, this is like so many other things, and then you like, is it okay to swear?
I mean, technically, I'm 237 years old, so like, yeah, I guess.
Fuck!
They'll look you dead in the eye and say,
Fuck.
Fuck.
Well,
Oh,
since
you're
that's been established, we've sort of set that bar, and now let's move on. Chrissy, actually, if you don't mind, I have a question for you since you're here.
Of course.
That's all right with you. Give me just a hot second here to remember the specifics of that question. Here it is. You know, I was thinking, other than the queen, there's someone else in this retinue that you love. And why are you keeping that a secret?
Well, I don't know if it's a secret per se, but, you know, I think it was Christmas. I saw them for the first time on top of the tree.
And we'll just look over at Star Pirate and just be like,
They were just so beautiful. I think he shined the brightest that day. But, yeah, they spent a lot of time in space, and I'm spending Christmas down here with Scrooges and stuff, so, you know, it's I don't see them very often. But I would go with them anywhere.
Well, that is incredible. Oh, look at Star Pirate. You have a follow-up?
Don't look at me!
Yeah. Just looks off to the left a little bit away from Chrissy. So, will you go to infinity and beyond?
we'll also look in same general direction.
You mean out there?
Yes, my friend.
I think I'd want to.
And then they'll start to grow a little bit bigger and say, though that is highly unlikely. And then they'll grow even larger, hooded figure, long tendrilled hands, and just point to the sky. No words.
Let's go.
As Vanessa Helsing approaches you, Star Pirate, and whispers in your ear, you know, sometimes she reminds me of the one from Scrooged with Bill Murray. You remember that one? Sometimes I'm getting that vibe, like that thing in the elevator. Anyway, listen, I got a question for you, friend. Listen, I heard it on good authority that one time the queen offered you comfort. What? Just out of curiosity, what about that memory will stay with you forever?
Guess just the fact that she thought about me at all, maybe saw that even though there was no need for offering me a blanket on a cold night because I'm a star, but it was still just very sweet and kind, and you don't really expect that from royalty of any kind, especially to a pirate. So that just kind of sticks with you. A little kindness goes a long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love that. That's incredible. Now, I'm looking for... No, oh, there you are, Nocchi. Gee dang, I almost lost you. No, I found you. Can I ask you a question real quick? Let me just get my thoughts ahead of me real quick. Now, I was thinking, again, I got people everywhere. Wolves and the like, bats, obeying my every order. It's a twisted world. But they done told me that the queen has ordered you not to speak to another member of the retinue. Who is that? And do you know why she asked you not to speak with them?
Well, I don't know if I know why. I have my suspicions, though. And while he's thinking about this, Nocchi has finished up Boris's like flower crown and has also made leis for everyone in the group, except for Mr. Peter Jonathan Pan. Because the queen told me I'm not allowed to talk to Mr. Pan because, well, they apparently have some business in like oil and things like that, and that's not good for like the trees and the plants and things. And I don't know if that's true. I can't ask Mr. Pan because I can't talk to him because the queen said so. So I don't know, but maybe not, but maybe, I don't know.
And I hate to tell you this, Nocchi, but he's right behind you. And it looks like he's got a question for you.
Mr. Jonathan Pan?
I look down at you. Mr. Nocchi, I noticed that we are one flower crown short. I noticed that I'm not one to accuse, okay, but I noticed that I didn't get one. I'm sure you just forgot though.
It's a very long silence as Nocchi just stares up at you. Okay, you can't tell anyone I told you this, but the queen told me I can't talk to you, so I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to you right now. But also, I don't want to lie to you. But no, so I'm working on it. I'm gonna make one. It was a long trip, and they take a lot of time to make, and you know, it's gonna happen. I just didn't make it yet.
Well, butter my biscuit. I knew it was nothing but a simple misunderstanding. And I clap his shoulders a little bit too hard, maybe.
That's so
Thank you
funny.
so
I was
much.
gonna connect it with 2 buttered biscuits. That's crazy.
That's how I like it. All right, I'll leave you be.
Yes, Richard. Looks like Richard's got a question, and then we're going to move on.
Sharks, I heard a rumor, I don't know where I heard it, that you were dabbling in some oil business. What, can you tell me what kind of oil business I just signed up for? Because I don't know.
And is that question for Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's for Peter. It's for Peter.
Oh, Richard. Okay, Richard, the rumors of my involvement with oil is greatly overstated. It's corn oil. Corn oil. You know, this stuff. And I reach into my back pocket and pull out a big old thing of corn oil. Corn oil.
Sorry.
Yum.
Is okay. You're right. Then he. Gentlemen, sorry for taking over the question. I was just really concerned about the ethical state of our organization, and
I take off my hat and put it to my chest. I care about Mother Earth, all right? I would never do anything to jeopardize it.
Good, because we're earth and water.
Earth and we have a secret handshake now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's elaborate, it's long, it's real intricate.
And I can't wait to see it. But we must move on to the next question, which is for Peter Pan, as Vanessa Helsing asks you. Now, Peter, I have a question for you. First of all, who's your cousin? Because I think we might be related.
I was gonna say, your accent sounds remarkably familiar.
My gosh, you look like every person I've ever dated at a family reunion.
Do you know Aunt Denise?
Aunt Denise? Of course I do.
I knew he was related. Gosh, you can.
Now,
That's wonderful.
it's interesting you bring up Aunt Denise. She was telling me that there's a rumor about you and the queen back at the royal court. How did that rumor start? And I must ask, is it true?
Look, all right. I'm not one to kiss and tell, but there may be some truth to the idea that me and the queen may have had a run-in the past. She's an incredible lady, that there queen. But you didn't hear that from me, you understand?
Oh, of course not. I heard it from Aunt Denise.
Aunt Denise, that's right. That old gossip.
She brings a water cooler with her, doesn't she? Tell you what.
I don't tell her that you said that.
You better not. And we will move on to our next question. Before I get trapped in a solo scene with just Seth for the next 30 minutes.
I can do this all night, baby.
And we move on to Richard as Vanessa Helsing walks over to you and says, "Now, Richard, I have a question for you. Now, I don't know if you know this. The queen thinks more highly of you than you do of yourself. And I think you've heard that before. How do you know that? How do you know this?"
We've talked. I think I'm still new in this mechanical shape. We were talking one day and she gave me this tattoo, and then you like kind of notice that there's a like hammered in like battle, like a ship battle with like a whale, like one, I don't know, sperm whale, with a little like rowboat just on his chest. And I defeated man that day, and every other day he attacked. And I should be proud. I should be proud that I am stronger than men. But this new shape is kind of fiddly, and I've got new bits. And I fell one day and I cracked my tank. You see my 5 times larger brain. And so I think we're learning the new way of being in this body.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But you like my tattoo? It's kind of cool. No.
I love it. No, I love it. It's incredible. It's a great tattoo.
It didn't hurt. Just and he knocks on his chest, just like a metal.
It looks like some of your friends have questions here. I think I saw Nocchi first and then Chrissy.
Oh, I think that's so cool that you have a tattoo. What is it?
So it depicts the battle that I won. That may have been in a book you read one time, but that's all I heard. It was just a rumor. But this is me. I'm the whale, and I'm splashing. And then there's some very distressed looking people. They went crazy. Well, that's what I heard. The rumor was that they went crazy and something about being trapped and, I don't know, eating each other. I don't know. It's just, that's not mine. It's not my tale. But I'm the whale. That's important. I'm the whale. I am the whale.
That's so amazing. I also have a tattoo that tells a story, kind of, and you like pulls the sleeve up a little bit and you see just H+R with a heart around it. And it just like has the vibe of like a little birthmark type vibe, but he's just like, yeah, there was these people, it was Hunter and Rodrigo, and they were really, really like sweet, and they like hung out a lot. My tree was by a river, and he left this is his shirt, actually. He left his shirt on one of my branches. I forgot about it. And then anyway, they carved this in the tree. That was a tattoo. But yeah, I just want to share that with you.
Did your tattoo hurt? Because it might feel like it hurt.
Well, it like hurt like a little bit when it happened, but because the ratio, I was so big at the time, because I was a whole tree trunk, right? It was like very small, tiny, like a mosquito bite type of prick, not like big ouch.
You heard it here first, guys. Just Mark up those trees. Just carve into them.
All right. Well, hold on.
Now, wait a
Mosquito
minute.
bite.
Yeah. Please, Chrissy. Oh, you're muted. Everybody's getting around. Nope.
Uh-oh. Who silenced Chrissy?
They ate Chrissy's soul.
What ragamuffin done ate a mic?
She's been Scrooged. As we figure this out, we can move on to our next round of questions, actually. As we finish that round, the caravan following the Queen of Stories travels along the yellow brick road. We meet several figures along the way. We pass by a beautiful man riding a small donkey, Don Quixote, as he travels past us and just says, hello, and continues on. We stop at the Emerald Inn, a beautiful neon emerald light lit up like 50s Vegas style side motel, as a witch comes out and she says, listen, I'm the Wicked Witch of the East, and this hotel, it's wicked awesome. You're gonna love it. As we continue on our path, we don't have time here for this. And we make our way to the 1,000 Acre Woods. Dark, fog rolling across the ground. It looks like the Pine Barrens from that classic public domains, The Sopranos. As you see just so many trees off in the distance, and a small teddy bear approaches you all. Yellow, sort of stained fur, beady little black eyes, as Winnie the Pooh says to Boris,
Oh, Boris, you mind if I ask you some questions? Is that all right? Is that okay?
Crisscross applesauce, sit down. Yeah, sure. What's up,
All
bud?
right. I just got a couple questions. I thought that's okay. I know you guys are in a hurry and everything, but listen, some would say, and I didn't say this, Christopher Robin's been talking, some would say that the queen, she's not your queen. Why do you serve her anyway?
I serve the potential for what she can be.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you want to get some honey afterwards?
Honey? You have honey?
Pour
Please.
out. Take out kind of like a nice organic, unfiltered. Oh!
Amazing. All right. I'm going to move on. I'm going to ask Chrissy, can I ask you a question? If I don't want to be a bother.
They are in their adult form now.
Incredible.
And they will look at the teddy bear and say, of course, dear Pooh.
Well, thank you so much. The question, the queen knows something about you that no one else does. So says Christopher Robin. What is it?
And they will look off into the distance in a bit of a solemn tone. Very prophetic in a way. And they will say, well, you silly old bear, the queen and I have known each other for a very long time. Since, well, time began, you see. And it is not in a way a lie that I do not fully intend to reveal myself, for I've known everyone here for their whole lives. I was but a whisk of a snow wind upon a candle back when candles were created. And, and then they turn into little Chrissy.
That was a very long time ago when I was all alone. But I think what the queen definitely knows is that I like to stay around her more often because I feel like I have a family now.
And then they'll turn back into their adult self. It just feels very nice to be in one place at a time. But then they will look off into the distance again, and they will turn into their large hooded figure. And they will place a skeletal hand upon the bear.
Well, I appreciate it, but listen, you may take my honey, but you can never take my stuffing.
Yes.
All right.
You say that
on to the next question.
You say that, and the skeletal hand will just pat the bear on the head and say, "There is much that I will take, and that is of no bargain that can be made." And then they will leave.
Ooh. She gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right. Well,
It's so good. It's so good. Scottish will be the poo is perfect.
all right. Our next question is for Star Pirate. Star Pirate, can I ask you a question? Somehow the Winnie the Pooh
Sure.
voice helps the accent. I don't know why. All right.
Just
Here we are. I don't want to be a bother. All right. Here's a question. When was the last time that the Queen was gentle with you?
I kind of feel like it's too similar to the previous question I had, so I'm honestly not sure how to answer it.
No worries. I have many questions I could ask you. What about this? When was the last time the Queen embarrassed you?
It was when she was addressing the people of the court during a celebration. And being a star, I was kind of just hanging up, in the sky, listening in. And she finished off her little speech with, everyone wish upon a star, but then pointed at me specifically and said, no, not that one. And that just kind of dimmed my shine for the rest of the night. It was quite embarrassing.
Why, yes, that would be... Oh, Nocchi, I have a question.
Not so much a question, just as Nocchi hears that, he's just gonna come stand a little bit behind, under, I don't know if Star Pirate's flying, floating, what the vibe is, but come stand nearby and just mutter close to himself I wish that I could be a tree again. And just head down but eyes looking up at you.
He's floating a few feet in the air, but he hears it and he looks down and winks.
Oh, he gets real excited and skitters off.
Amazing. Oh, yes, Richard.
Star, I'm gonna grab Star by its bottom point and then go bring him over to Boris. You are whole. You shine brightly. We don't let people bring us down. And that's it. Then he just lets you guys go. Thank you.
He, with permission, he's just gonna like try to hug you.
Oh, for sure. Hugs. Hugs.
Thank you.
Hey, that was adorable. All right. Oh, Peter Pan?
I'm sorry, just for my own edification. How is Richard traveling with us right now? What's the manner of conveyance for Richard in the 100-acre wood?
I think since we're going a long distance, there is a feature in Richard that rather than the robot legs to like short travel, they're on the skid steer legs, like the just being able to like traverse. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
just
it's
painting
just
a
like,
mental picture. Thank you.
Okay, just I understand that mental game we got to play. Yeah,
Incredible.
like belted legs.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to our next question. Winnie the Pooh is here, and then Scottish on top of it. There we are. We're back. All right. And here we are. We're looking for a question for Nocchi here. Nocchi, you know, I hear things, my friend. In Piglet, he's not one to mince words. And he was telling me, he said, "Oh, Winnie the Pooh, did you hear?" And I said, "Chill out, Piglet." But I heard that the Queen once had you punished. What about that memory of that will stay with you forever?
Well, the Queen, you see, it's a little bit complicated. The Queen wants me punished because the Queen thinks I'm not grateful for what she did to me. She says, you were a tree and you were my favorite tree, and so I turned you into a boy so that you could hang out and move and do things. And I'm like, yeah, that's good and fine, but I'm a tree. Like, I want to be a tree and make oxygen and spread branches. Like, this is weird. Having limbs is weird. Having thumbs, what are these? This is odd. And my flowers, they give out pollen, and now I have allergies in my nose. What is that? And so, it's, I guess, interesting, and it was an opportunity, but also, I want to be a tree. And so, I think the Queen thinks that I'm not appreciative enough to, and so she's mad at me for that. Yeah. And as Nocchi says this, he's digging through the dirt just to bury his bare feet in the ground a little bit as we slow down every now and again.
Aye. Peter, good question.
I'll take a seat as you're digging yourself into the dirt. Nocchi, I hope you don't mind. I overheard you talking there earlier, and I was just wondering, what is it that you enjoy about being a tree so much? I personally love my freedoms and being able to move as the wind carries me, but you seem to be very, very happy being a tree. I was just wondering, what was it about being a tree that you love so much?
Oh, well, there's so many awesome things about being a tree, but the first, most coolest thing, it's not exactly the same. And he reaches into a little satchel that he has and pulls out a flower necklace with 2 buttered biscuits at the end and hands them over to you.
Oh, ain't you a peach?
I get to make flowers and other fun things like that all the time, and then I get to make oxygen that helps people and plants and other things, and also my leaves, they fall and they plant other seeds other places, and I get to spread that way. And we live for so long, so we get to meet so many different people that come, and being a person is not awful, I guess, but it is weird. I don't know how to use the thumbs super good, my branches, and the allergies are a weird one. I don't know. I just liked being a tree.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think much of the allergies. That's a little unfair. I think that you must suffer the allergies that we do. It feels a little.
Right, I'm making the flowers
Yeah.
in my braid, and then I'm allergic to the flowers that are on me. How's that work?
I couldn't tell. I'm no scientist.
I think that's called an autoimmune disease.
Why do you
Anyway.
invent some loratadine or something someday?
I don't know. Chrissy, you question?
So during this conversation, when Nocchi finally turns around, Peter, you will feel a very like eldritch presence behind you as a as a skeletal tendrily hand will come and touch your shoulder and say, "A peach they will be," and then they'll walk away.
I don't think he says anything.
Well, Peter, I'm now an old bear. So we've been here so long, the 1,000-acre woods, and you grow so fast here. I've lost my Scottish brogue, but I need to ask you a question, good boy.
Well, of course.
When was the last time that the Queen hurt you?
Last time that the Queen hurt me. Oh, you like to ask the questions that dig deep, don't you?
Well,
I kind of lean back on both palms on this little hill. I had a lot of friends back in Neverland. They were the Lost Boys, some of my best friends all time. And I don't know why she decided to do it, but she took one of my friends, a boy named Rufio, and took his memories, brought him to the real world, or the aging world, I guess you can call it. And that's actually part of why I left Neverland, was to go find him, only to find out that he'd actually become quite successful, and I felt like maybe he could be happy there too. I guess he does some kind of voice or something in some kind of a play or some kind of show. But I saw it. I was happy to see him, and happy to see that he had found happiness. So it was a punishment that ended up being kind of a blessing in disguise. I do miss my
Right.
friend, though.
right? That's rough, buddy. So, I see Richard has a question, and then Chrissy.
I've been studying the tomes, and I may be wrong about what little children look like versus their adult form, because Chrissy just whoop all at one time. So you seem to be more adult man shaped.
Hmm.
What happened there?
I left Neverland a long time ago. I'm not quite the svelte young boy that I used to be.
I see your picture behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to
Totally.
carry it with me just to show people what I used to be. Oh, I remember my friends, Lost Boys and Donald and Sora and Goofy. But I left those days behind me long ago. And, time is all wibbly wobbly. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, Chris is going through 3 stages of life at all times. So it's like, who even understands it?
Okay. Well, I wish you well on your journey through manhood. Don't kill whales.
Oh, never crossed my mind for a second, Richard, but thank you.
Thank you.
Chrissy, you have a question?
Chrissy will walk to you as their adult form and say, you speak very highly of your past. And then they'll turn into a small child again.
And I can assure you that back in those days, it was a lot of fun. I remember watching you and Rufio just flying and crowing all the time. And I just want to say, if you ever wanted to reach out to them again, that they would really like that.
Well, Chris, I appreciate that greatly. I will say, though, of all the forms that the Lost Boys have ever seen of you, they've never seen their Christmas future form.
Well, that's because they don't need it.
Maybe that's for the best.
I think so, too.
And then they will turn back into their adult form and just place a hand on your shoulder if you'll allow, and just like stare off into the great beyond.
The 1,000-acre wood.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I will.
Well, since we're here, it's just me, Pooh, again. Peter, I have a question for you. I think it's your turn, right? I got the little turned around. So many questions.
I think I went.
You went, so now it's Richard's turn? My mistake.
So.
All right. I appreciate you guys' patience. I'm just figuring I'm just a bear. I'm just a bear.
I think your
Everybody
head is
chill.
full of stuffing.
How dare you? How dare you?
Whoa, hey, that's a
I
little
can
step
give
too
you a
far.
piece of my
Sorry.
brain.
Sorry.
Whoa, why
I
do you
saw
have
red.
a knife?
I saw red for a second. That's not a knife. It's a hot dog. Don't even worry about it. That's a hot dog. It's nothing. Anyway, listen, I have a question, Richard. When did you know? I'm looking right at you. When did you know that you were in love with the queen?
Well, it's been a long journey. Across oceans, fought a man. And then I'm in this body. And I look around. To my left, to my right. I don't see anybody else sometimes. So when I got into this body, it was just the queen. And when you're lonesome, you're just a little male whale. You gotta fall in love, because as adult male sperm whales, we travel by ourselves. Sometimes we find somebody, sometimes you find a bunch of bro whales. And I never found any bro whales or special lady whale. I was just attacked by a man. And so I said, Richard, I looked at myself and I said, Richard, you gotta give it a shot. It's okay that she's made of flesh. Try your best. That's how I knew.
Wow, that's incredible. And did she said yes?
I mean, in no uncertain terms. I got the perfume. I thought that was it. I thought that was the human ritual. You get the perfume.
That's part of it.
She covers
Chrissy.
herself in your internal stuff. Chrissy. wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off there. Richard.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to Chrissy's question here.
Little child will come up to you.
And we'll say, well, Richard, the past is history.
And then we'll go into very cloaked form. And the future is a mystery. And then we'll go into their adult form. But the present is a gift. That's why they call it the present. And we'll say, go get her.
Well, after all the stories I heard today, I don't know if that's my queen. She feels like she's snatching children. Feels like that thing that you don't do. don't know.
Well, it will turn to a small child again.
La 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 la.
The immediate retreat.
I'm just a whale.
Boris, you have something to add? You're muted, buddy. Don't worry, we were proactive on that one.
Hey, friend. I can call you friend. Yes, friend. It's okay to fall in love with someone that you thought was good, but also found out that they possibly are bad. Two roads. One of violence and one of letting it go. Take it from me, you don't want to add bodies as reaction towards that. It's gonna get messy.
I know. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I think,
Oh, hey. Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to lead you toward the other road here, but okay. I think you'll find somebody else who's better, who's a good person.
Do you
We
know
all
of whales? Do you know of other body whales in mechanical bodies?
Anything is possible in this world. Look at us. I
Look
shouldn't
at
be
us.
alive, and yet we're here.
You know what?
What?
We are.
Yeah. Takes off the daisy crown, puts it on Richard. Now you are loved.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Nocchi, you have a question, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry to hear that maybe things aren't gonna work out with you and the queen, but for what it's worth, I know this guy, you know, we kind of go way back. His name's Monstro, and, you know, we went on a journey once before, and, you know, he's getting up there in whale ages, but he was talking about he's looking for ways to expand his lifetime. If we could figure out how to get his brain in a robot body like yours, maybe you guys meet, you chat, you know, see where things go.
You know, he sounds like a good-looking whale. When we get done with this journey, you and I, kid, we'll plant seeds in other places together.
Water and earth. Water and earth. Handshake.
Incredible. Okay. Before we move on to our final round of questions, a sort of lightning round, if you will, I'm going to sort of limit some of the follow-up question asking just so that we can get through one more round of questions for everybody. And then we're going to move on to the queen potentially getting ambushed and whether or not we help her out or not. But I want to give a special thanks and a shout out to everybody who's donated. We're at $585 so far. So many donations coming through, some big hitters. Swolfie really making a dent in that goal towards your own beard shaving. It's an incredible sacrifice. We appreciate having you here, brother. Man, I'm pumped. Okay. So keep hitting that Tiltify link as the game continues. If you want to affect the game, now's your chance. If you want more funny voices, this is your moment. Without further ado, our final round. As you guys descend deeper into the Thousand Acre Woods, the environment growing darker and darker. You pass by a mailbox that just says the creature as you pass by the Black Lagoon and leave it in your rear view mirrors, until eventually you reach this strange cottage. It almost looks like a Baba Yaga kind of hut sort of situation, as just a 13-foot tall hand exits the house holding a massive pencil in their hands as you meet the illustrator. As they begin to draw a door open in the air, chalk zone style, as a door opens and you see a 35-year-old from New Jersey step out of the doorway as Justin Galliani, wearing a white t-shirt and a black baseball hat backwards, hot pink fingernails, steps out of the door and goes, "What the hell? I was just running a whole story game. Where am I?" This is crazy. This is meta story. This makes no sense. So you guys are real, but you guys were characters being played. I don't really understand. I just have a couple of questions, I guess, if we can just get them out of the way as quickly as possible so we can figure out what the fuck's going on. Because I'm freaking out a little bit. Now, you look like Frankenstein's monster. I don't want to make any assumptions. Do you mind if I ask you a question? I'm a big fan. Can I ask you a question? First of all, I just want you to know, the person on the other side who seems to be connected to you, Dice, is a great person. He's an incredible person. He's decided to help out with this charity thing. You don't know about it, but he's incredible, and he's doing a lot of funny, incredible stuff, bringing a lot of heart to the story. But that's neither here nor there. Boris, this question's for you. And I was wondering, why are some others at the royal court jealous of your relationship with the queen, do you think? I mean, I just got here, but I'm like an empath. I'm figuring it out.
Oh. I have lived a life that normal people will tend to live. And sometimes the rejection of love is a normal thing that happens. They don't experience that. And I have.
Wow. If I could give you my heart, I would, buddy. My goodness. Well, again, huge fan. I can't wait to see where this goes. Next up, Chrissy, I gotta say, I'm a huge Dickens fan. I loved your work in Muppets Christmas Carol. My goodness, so fun. But listen, I did want you to know that the person on the other side who's kind of connected to you in this sort of ethereal meta way kind of put on this whole thing. In a way, some would say founded this sort of organization that helps other people through incredible entertaining games and raising money for incredible causes, such as the Women's Foundation of Minnesota and the Immigrant Rapid Response Fund. So I just want to say you got a good head on your shoulders, so to speak, a head on your head of your shoulders. But incredible stuff. I have a question for you, though. And I was wondering, how do I get back to New Jersey? No. The Queen has a pet name for you. Do you appreciate it?
So, the Queen affectionately calls me Trinity. For you see, I am kind of 3 in 1. And I think it takes a good precedent, as it is taking away from its, I guess, religious intent. But Trinity as a whole just means 3 into 1. So I wish that the reader interprets that as such, and not just to those within the Christian theology.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. I can get that. If it makes you feel better, I thought of Charmed first. Was the first thing I went to.
Blessed be.
I'm a big Piper fan. That's
Yes.
just me. That's just
Phoebe was my favorite. Absolutely.
bold statement. Okay, we must move on. And we must move on. Now look at this friend over here. If it isn't Star Pirate, my goodness, buddy, I see you're shining bright. I love it. And I'm already letting everybody else know, the person on the other side of this doorway here that's magical is absolutely kicking ass, having a lot of fun, putting his freaking body on the line, so to speak. And we really appreciate that kind of sacrifice, putting one for the team. We love it. But listen, Star, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
That question is as follows. In your eyes, What makes the queen ugly?
I don't know. Maybe her ability to dim the shine of a lot of people making offhand comments for no particular fucking reason. That was just a little harsh, excuse me. Telling that story earlier stuck with me. Opened up some old wounds. And also, it seems like the way she's treated some of my other compatriots here, it's not very beautiful, queenly behavior. Well, I'm just a humble pirate from the stars, literally a star. What do I know?
I hear you, buddy. Listen, I think you're doing great work. Okay, everything's go. What the heck? Sorry about that. Something's. I don't know. Anyway, this is what we get. Okay, so, Star, that's a lot to take on. I hear you though, buddy. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we got Nocchi. Nocchi, how's it going over there, bud? That's not the question. Sorry, I'm gonna ask you a question in a second. But just so you know, the person on the other side, they're doing things. You know what I mean? They're making a difference. They're bringing personal story to the game. It's a lot of fun. You should see them in action. Anyway, I heard that you once saved the queen's life. And then the question is how? I guess how?
Although that actually happened before the queen turned me into a person. The queen, she was very, very, very young. She was like maybe 4 or 5 years old, and they were teaching her how to do horseback riding. And her horse, I believe her horse's name was Spirit. Her horse ran off full speed, just went crazy, and it happened to run by my tree. And while she was scared and like, she reached up, and one of my branches was low enough, she was able to grab it, and she safely hung for a little bit before someone picked her up. Spirit kept going. He left the castle grounds. He left. He's a free horse now.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I bet that movie, I have story. I bet it's really memorable, and it sort of has a cult following is what I'm betting. I'm willing to put money on that.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised. It was a very special horse.
I mean, it's a horse. I'm not that surprised. Anyway, we must move on. Listen, Peter Pan, I gotta tell you. So there's this fella, his name's Seth. The voice work on this guy, who I've never met him really, but tonight he's crushing it. Absolutely impressed. It's incredible. But I have a question for you, Peter. What question do you wish you could ask the queen? And what keeps you from asking it?
Oh, goodness. Question I wish I could ask the queen. I gotta admit, there's a little bit of spite, I suppose, when you ask that question. This journey that we've been on with my compatriots here has brought up a lot of bad memories. I'm starting to remember a lot of things about the queen that maybe weren't so good. The only thing I would ask her, I think, at this point is, why? Why do all these things? And why ask us, of all people, to come to your aid? And what's keeping me from asking it is it the right time? These sorts of things must be handled with delicacy and care. I just don't know if it's the right time to voice our concerns. She can be very capricious.
Right. Capricious, that's a word I think of ever since I ripped it off my calendar. Word of the day,
Oh, we might be getting the same one. I got that word of the day calendar too.
Hey,
good calendar.
Indubitably. That's another one.
March 12th, a good day.
You nailed it. All right. Goodness gracious. All right. So it looks like I have a next question for Richard. Now, I gotta be honest, I've read the book. You look different in my head, but so did freaking Hermione, so whatever, shit. Anyway, here's the question. By the way, the person on the other end of this, they're fantastic. They're incredible. I met them in person once. We gave a big hug. Great hugger. Here we go. Richard, what specific restraints has the Queen placed on you that don't apply to anyone else?
Well, you see, I'm a robot. Justin, you get it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And I think there are things preventing me in my, what's the word? The human word. Programming. That I can't do things that she doesn't want me to do. So I think she's got a little control over this body. And I'm worried. I'm worried, Justin.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that, Richard.
We'll see. We'll see when we get to her if I can do my heart or follow the programming.
Godspeed. All right. Well, oh, what's that? As I turn the final card. And this is it, folks. Did I click the right one? Is this the wrong card? Where do I find this? These are just queen cards? How do I get this? This isn't it. Natalie, where's the card?
Dope artwork, though.
The artwork is so cool in this
Oh,
game.
incredible. Thank you so much. What's that? Oh, gosh. It looks like the Queen of Stories is under attack. Well, gang, are you guys going to defend her or what? What I'm going to ask all of our players to do in this moment is kind of hold your hand out like this. And I'm going to count. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go. And it is on go that I'm going to ask you to either thumbs up, we're yes, helping the Queen. Thumbs down, no, we are not helping the Queen. So you're going to kind of just put it right in the middle for now. Again, it's on the word go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. It looks like the thumbs downs have it 4-2. It looks like as a unit, we are not helping the ambushed queen. And so what I would like to do in this moment, as per usual, is very quickly go around the circle and just discuss what you are doing as the queen is becoming ambushed. What you are all seeing is the illustrator is rapidly drawing armies of undead as you see stomping through the Thousand Acre Woods, trees falling just by their gate. A 30-foot tall undead lumberjack dragging an axe through the forest as a massive Paul Bunyan appears. And so, kicking us off, Boris, I would like to hear what actions you're taking quickly in this moment. Obviously, this is all theater of the mind. We're just having fun. But what does your thumbs up or thumbs down look like in this moment as the combat sort of kicks off?
I think very much so wanting to help with the potential that she could be. Very much kind of like goes into that place of hate and just starts swinging, starts throwing crap all over the place. But he stops slowly, sees the rest of his friends sitting at the sidelines, probably drops like the one dude he had it in his arms to the side, walks over to his friends and just says, Let's go find Richard someone to date.
Beautiful. And Chrissy.
If I may I go last?
You certainly may go last. And then that will bring us to Star Pirate.
So Star Pirate's gonna shoot up to the sky really quick, looking like he's running away. But no. Instead, he directs a beam of light right onto the queen, and that's his laser. That's his like targeting thing, and he's gonna become a falling star, shooting down as fast as he can.
If it worked for dinosaurs, why can't it work for a queen? Hell yeah. As we move on, Nocchi, what are you doing in this moment?
I think Nocchi's just watching all the chaos, watches Boris go and watches Star Pirate go up, and he's like, that lumberjack is like so big. I'm barely 4 feet tall, period. And like, you know what? The queen kind of seems like she sucks anyway. I'll find another way to turn into a tree. I agree. We should go find Richard. Monthro?
Incredible. A voice calls out in the middle of the fight, goes, he's on the apps. And so after that, Peter Pan.
Okay. So, first thing is Peter's helping non-combatants to evacuate. And while he's doing that, his like chest pocket pops open and a little blonde poof of hair pops out and shakes her little head as Tink, who had been sleeping this entire journey, finally wakes up. And I lean down and I whisper something incomprehensible to her. And all of a sudden, the Viking from StarCraft 2, a giant 20-foot tall mech, drops down onto the surface. And Peter Pan opens up the hood and climbs on in. It's brand new off the presses. And I just arm just a bunch of missiles.
That's the biggest tree I've ever seen.
That's so good. Richard.
Richard has been moved by his comrades and just doesn't see the whole thing happening because he has opened up his phone and is just starting to swipe looking for Monstro on the apps to make this search go a little bit fast. So like fully locked in.
PlentyOfWhales.com.
There's plenty of whales. And there are plenty. There's just a lot.
Beautiful. And last but not least, Chrissy.
As all of these actions are being taken, Chrissy, for a moment, thinks really hard and says, stop, and just like shouts, and all of time will stop for a split second. And they will walk over to where the queen is standing, almost getting completely wrecked by a frickin' star and by StarCraft and literally everything. And in a hunched over, hooded, skeletal hand form, will place a hand on the frozen queen and say, "It is not the right timeline, Your Majesty," and will fade into the tentacles of shadow and disappear.
Whoa.
Sequel bait.
Incredible. Absolutely. As the queen is ambushed and her closest retinue collectively decide not to help her during this ambush, and she falls to that. No, the illustrator does not succeed. A new combatant enters the field, the Ghost Rider. But that is a story for another day. as this is a cliffhanger. And we must tell another story at another time, hopefully for another incredible charity. Gang, thank you so much for joining us at For the Cause for this incredible adventure. Thank you to my authors here who have helped dabbling and throwing ink about in a beautiful fashion to tell such an incredible collaborative story. How wonderful. So many silly voices. Who knew Mickey Mouse would be the easiest one I did all night? For me personally, crazy. But what an absolute blast. It looks like we raised, as of this very moment, $600, which is absolutely incredible. And we're just a little bit closer towards getting that beard shaved. So gang, get your pocketbooks out, because there's going to be other events for the cause always going on. So stay tuned, follow everybody on their social media platforms. Natalie, am I missing anything else for this sign off? I just want to triple check.
Just don't forget that we have another session of For the Queen next week on February 27th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same place, same time, where we are going to be having our R-rated session of For the Bitch Queen of Hell. So if you want to see some very chaotic Hellaverse Vivzy style demons going at it, come on back. And we're going to be raising more money for the incredible cause that is the Women's Foundation of Minnesota.
Incredible. Well, folks, you heard it here first. Check it out, For the Cause. Follow it everywhere so you can get the updates of future events as well. Do we normally go around and do outros, or is it just kind of a group? Okay, fantastic. Well, then I suppose, why break tradition? Let's keep doing it. I've been Justin, they, them pronouns. You can find me at So You Want to Be a DM everywhere. And thank you so much for having me. What a blast. Hopefully I get to facilitate more For the Queen stories in the future. We could just keep doing this same setting and just seeing how many public domains characters we get, because they just keep adding more. And in Canada, James Bond counts, but not in America. I checked. It's a weird copyright law gets
play James Bond as an agent.
Yeah, it gets nuts. Okay. Dice, please, if you would be so kind.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Dice and Autism. I tell stories on the internet. You guys can follow me at all the socials at Dice and Autism and stuff. He, they. And I am so happy to be playing all of this with all these cool people. Thank you for the donations and stuff. And I hope everyone enjoyed this sad little, big little Frankenstein's monster who was able to like help his friends get love and stuff. So,
beautiful. Natalie?
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty across the internets. Tonight, I was Chrissy, the three ghosts of the Christmas Carol, all in a trench coat or a sweatshirt, whatever you want to say. Yes, you'll see me here most of the time For the Cause events. Don't forget that session next week. And hopefully more content on other socials coming regularly soon. But otherwise, just glad to be here helping create awareness and raising money for great causes.
Amazing. Mark?
I am Mark, Swolfie across the internets. I played Star Pirate, a literal star that on a whim decided to become a pirate.
Hells yeah.
And it's been an honor to perform with you all and raise money for a worthy cause, and I look forward to doing more of these and watching more people do them as well.
Amazing. Adrian?
What's up, guys? I'm Adrian D. Spider across the internet, he, him. Yeah, this was such a great time, such an awesome story, and thank you so much, Justin, for running it, and everyone for just being such amazing storytellers. This is so much fun to do, and I'm glad I get to be a part of it.
Such a blast. Seth?
Hey everybody, my name is Seth, aka Peter Pan, but you can also find me at Noctopus on every other social media platform, and I was just happy as a pig in mud to be able to perform for all of you today. Please watch every other stream that For the Cause does. It's incredible stuff.
can attest. And last but not least, Alex.
Hey guys, my name is Alex. I have she, they pronouns. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Eloquent Mime. You can also find me on a very happy place of the internet called Dungeons and Degrees. I think a lot of these people that you see here through the For the Queen. We it's fun. But this is also amazing. Thank you, Justin, again. Thank you, Natalie, all the time.
Hey, our pleasure. Thank you guys so much once again. Really appreciate it. This is how we make a difference. Little tiny actions collectively building up over time. You just slowly eroding away. I don't know, like fascism. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's keep at it, gang. Thank you guys so much. It really means the world. And I suppose, unless there's anything else, I'm getting... Okay, there's nothing else. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye, gang.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.